Good morning. I wanted to show you a couple of things about how we can use these PDF files on the extension Kami. If you're not very familiar with it or if you have not used it very often, there are a lot of really nice tools there, and there are some tools that are really nice for mathematics as well. So I've got a document here, and I'm going to choose to open it with Kami. This is one of those times where Google Docs sometimes really doesn't work very well. So I'm going to use Kami because it allows me to annotate or to mark on top of. So it opens up my document, and first thing you see here is you see a whole lot of options for what you can do in Kami. So you have your pretty standard select tool, right? You have your select and your pointer, a dictionary to look up words, text to speech. This is a nice feature in terms of if you're not sure how to read a word, it'll read it for you. So you just click on that, and then if you highlight a section,
Notes for solving equations practice.
So there it is. It reads it for you. Okay, you can read the previous sentence, the next sentence, so on and so forth. Here's markup. I like markup if you have especially a lot of text. If you need to highlight text, there's a highlighter tool, so you can highlight things. You just drag over top and it highlights. You can choose your colors right here. Maybe what you do on something like this, an assignment like this, is I'm going to put a highlighter on the ones that I'm stuck. I'm not sure how to do these division problems, so I'm going to highlight those. I have a box highlighter. Maybe I use that if I'm going to say these are ones that I know how to do. I'm going to do those first, right? And the same is true for all this. Strike through, underline, whatever you highlight will then be, or whatever you drag across, it will get highlighted or underlined or strike through or whatever, okay? So there's a comment. If you choose comment here, it's going to put it off to the side. So let's say this one right here, and you have a little comment. I'm not sure what the 20 means. So maybe that's your comment, something like that. Okay, and so then what you'll see is a little dot here indicating where the comment was, and there's that. And then there are other places where you can make comments too. Like the voice comment one is interesting. Sometimes I find that it's easier to explain than it is to try and write a question. So I might highlight this voice comment. I might put here, and it's going to record right now. My question is, I'm not sure what to do with this extra N. I see it, I know what to do with the N here because there's only one, but I don't know what to do with 2. And then I stop it, and there's a video or an audio comment. I can do a video comment there, or I can do a screen capture, and of course you have all your colors. The next thing here is I have text boxes, and all I have to do is click somewhere, and I can have a little comment here. And maybe the comment is something like this. I don't know what that is, right? Or maybe your comment is 12R and you're not sure about that. That's just a comment you could make. Along with that text box, of course, you have font size and colors. Now, once you've enabled any of these, once you click somewhere on the screen, it will drop that comment in there. The next one here is equation, which is a nice tool for us in math. This might be something where you want to show your work. And so I've got all the symbols here that I can choose from. I've got Greek symbols, I've got operators, I've got greater, less than, equal to, less than or equal to. This is going to be really handy. So let's say I've got this here and I was going to solve this. And I said, well, the first thing is 3n plus 5 equals 20, right? If I do that with a text box, right? If I do that with a text box, it looks like this, right? It just doesn't look as neat and clean as the mathematics version of this, right? So the next row in my work, because I work down the page, so the next row might be that I'm going to do minus 5 on one side, and then I have a minus 5 on the other side. And the nice thing is it stays, right? And then I have 3n here equals 15. Okay. I can move my stuff around. And then the next one, I got to show this division step. So I can go 3n, and then when I hit my divide symbol, right, which is the same button as the question mark, it's a backslash, it gives me a fraction. So there it is. Okay, then I have to arrow over, say equals, and I do 15 divided by 3. So I'm able to actually really nicely show my work as I'm doing this. And the math allows me to do this really cleanly. I really like this. Okay, and then in the end I have n equals some solution. Okay, the last tools are just pretty straightforward. There's a drawing tool, so if you have a touch screen, this works really well. If not, you have to use your trackpad or your mouse. You can change your colors and do different things with it. But if you wanted to do other things like shapes, you're going to want to use this. So you have a rectangle. And any of these things that are shapes, if you push Shift, like a capital, the same button you use for a capital letter, what it does is it takes and makes that shape an equilateral, right? So something that has 4 congruent sides is a square. If you draw just this without the Shift key, right, you'll get what they call an ellipse. That's why this says ellipse. But if you push the Shift key, you'll always get the circle. And a triangle, let's see, if you push the Shift key, the triangle doesn't look like it gives you an equilateral triangle, right? But what the triangle does is it gives you all of the sides, and it tells you about the lengths of the sides and the angles. So now the sides aren't the same. Now 2 sides are the same, right? So the line tool, pretty straightforward. There's your line tool. Maybe you want to put a line here for your equations. Okay. Eraser, all you have to do is click and drag over top of anything that you've done, and it will erase it for you. Okay. If you have a reason to delete some of this stuff, usually you just want to use your pointer tool. You select what you've done, and then you just trash it. So there's that. You just click on it. You can trash that. These things, text boxes, you can X them out there. These you want to trash there. Okay, and it's kind of a one at a time thing. So there you go, a little quick tutorial on Kami.